serving, because you are giving up your time and resources for nothing in return.
Volunteers TV, Sunday at 6:30 p.m. only on Channel 1 TV.
10 years of unforgettable memories, breathtaking sights, unlimited excitement, new friendships. And this March, we're turning it all the way up. From the 1st to the 8th of March 2026, get ready for the road trip of a lifetime. 8 epic days, 14 regions, 1 legendary caravan. We roll from Greater Accra through the Eastern region, cruise into the Northern and Upper East regions, vibe through the Western region, and hit many more iconic destinations across Ghana. It's culture, it's adventure, it's pure discovery with the best people and the best vibes. Expect non-stop fun, endless scenic views, deep cultural immersion, new networks, and friendships and memories that will outlive the journey. Seats are limited, and this is the 10th anniversary. You cannot miss it. Watch out for details soon.
Full of questions, where truth often hides behind noise, one show dares to ask what truly matters face to face. With fearless clarity and a quest for accountability, host Umaru Sanda Amadou sits down with the movers and shakers of politics, governance, society, and business, confronting the issues that define our national conversation.
Yes, I am Umaru Sanda Amadou. This is Face to Face, and you're welcome.
I say very often on the floor of Parliament that when we were in government, we got some things right, we got some things wrong.
Are you still planning to go to Parliament, or you want to look at National Party office position?
No, I'll be going back to Parliament. There's an unfinished business which I need to do.
Sports has 3 legs: development, management, and promotion.
Disintegration is extreme. We do not wish that even on your worst enemy.
Every Tuesday at 9 p.m., join Umaru Sanda Amadou on Face to Face as he digs deeper, challenges power, and reveals the stories shaping Ghana's future. Only on Channel 1 TV.
Welcome to the Health Quarters Ghana, where medical science meets everyday life. Join Dr. Gideon Hassan and the irrepressible Clemento Suarez as they tackle health issues.
My name is Dr. Gideon Hassan. I have with me here my co-host, Clemento Suarez.
I knew how it felt anytime I started to feel the pain.
Whether it is hernia, breast cancer, cataracts, or infertility, the show brings together victims to share their real life stories and experts to debunk myths.
If you wear cotton supporter, and they be a pampers and a benwa or bosom. So you see, instead of it being raw egg, I done it because you want to
Make a date with us every Sunday at 4 p.m. on Channel 1 TV. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube and all social media platforms at Health Quarters Ghana.
Good morning and welcome to your favorite Saturday morning TV show. We call this Breakfast Daily Weekend right here on Channel 1 TV. My name is Jude Duncan. After a very, a long holiday, Constitution Day we call it. We're hoping you are relaxed, you are fine, and you are thriving by the grace of God, because I am, and I really hope same for you. It's another exciting edition of your show, but just before I tell you all that we have in store. My lovely co-host, oh Charlie, I can feel her elegant walk up on stage.
This is an elegant walk.
And there she goes.
Hi, good morning, good morning,
Yeah,
good morning.
yeah,
How
yeah.
are you doing? I am Eno Safo. Find me across all social media platforms, Eno_S.
No, I like
How
the
you doing?
coat. Is it coat or jumpsuit?
Oh, it's a coat.
It's a coat.
The jumpsuit is the one that it's together.
I'm learning everything. I learn something
Yeah,
every
of
day.
course. You learn
Especially
everything.
women's fashion because
Yeah.
of you.
Not me, please.
Oh no, but you're the one teaching me palazzo and things. So it's not even like I'm making it out. That's I can't remember. But if I see it, I'll be able to figure it out.
Yeah.
So keep teaching me.
You don't worry, I'll do
welcome.
that. You're welcome. How are you?
I'm okay. If I had some banku this early morning, I'll eat. But I'm fine. I don't know about you.
Banku. 7 a.m.
Yeah.
Because
it's normal.
No, I think it's a bit too heavy for me.
In December, right? I don't know if they're still operating, but some
Restaurants were doing 24 hours.
They were doing fufu 2 a.m.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw videos.
In fact, the owner of the place or one of the workers of the place was on record to have said that they get more customers at 2 a.m. and 4 a.m. than afternoon.
I don't know, there's this trend, and I don't know if you realized it during the Dirty December, that when millennials are leaving the club like 2 a.m., it's other people are entering the club. Like, why?
There's no formula.
And by 7 a.m., people are now coming home with their makeups washing off and their lashes falling. So, oh my goodness.
As late as 8 a.m.
So yeah, the 24-hour food joints.
Yeah, but even in my hood, right, in Kaneshi, Kenke, you get it as early as 6 a.m. Like with pepper and fish and like
everything is ready.
Oh, I'm telling you.
6 a.m.
Yeah.
I don't think I can. Oh no.
I think it depends on the kind of work you do.
Well.
So if you're into like heavy construction, and you have to report at 7, you probably want to eat like Kenke or something.
Oh, gobe. I can eat.
Yes. Anyway, guys.
Talking about eating Ghanaian food at 6, 7 a.m. There's an Eat Ghana campaign powered by City 97.3 as well as Channel 1 TV. All we're trying to say is that be patriotic and eat Ghana rice so that we can build Ghana together.
And it's important to know that this is not even like a new campaign, right? This is something that we at City FM and Channel 1 TV have been, about with regards to improving the state for our local, the state of affairs for our local farmers. We believe that Ghana rice or rice grown in Ghana, has what it takes to compete with the very best, elsewhere. And all we need is that little push. All we need is to just conscientize the citizenry to know that, like, if you buy from Ghana, you are building jobs here, you are creating more value for the local farmer. So, guys, let's eat Ghana, let's build Ghana. And this is proudly brought to you by City FM Channel 1 TV in partnership with Agri Impact Limited, MasterCard Foundation, and the 24-hour secretariat led by the presidential advisor, Gusitano. Yeah. And do you like, I want to put you on the spot to tell me your favorite Ghana rice brand.
I'll say Nana's rice.
Nana's rice. I'll say
I've used it to make jollof before.
It comes out very nice, right?
Comes out very nice.
Yeah, same for a Vivi rice.
Okay, I have to try a Vivi.
And there's this other one, I've forgotten, but oh God, it was so good.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I remember the name. Yeah, so...
when you recall, you let us know.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I need to give them shout out. I've been wanting to do this for a long time. You will not be able to tell,
that it's made in Ghana. That means the
and that's not to
quality
even
is
say the rice from outside is like some extra something. It's not even all that, Anyway.
Wow.
Yeah.
Should we go into the papers?
Yes, online portals. It's been a very... I feel like this week was the official start of the year, right? In terms of like work-related stuff and even governance, because you get the sense that a lot of the ministries and government agencies, including the presidency, reported officially to work somewhere, I think, Tuesday, some of them Wednesday. So the week has started, or the work year has started in earnest. There was an interesting video of the president saying, welcome back to the staff at the presidency. going through department by department. This week as well, we saw the president also visit some selected media houses.
Though we were praying he pass here small. I think I was on air with Philip that day. We were like, oh, the president should pass here small.
Yeah.
Especially when he went to Ghana Publishing. If we had been at Abraka that day,
he probably would have.
Hopefully,
but
maybe.
It looked as though he toured public media houses.
Yes.
And it stands to reason. I don't think a lot of them are in really good conditions. Every single year you hear of the challenges.
GBC Director General did make some requests, especially towards their ECG bill, which was, 19 million plus, thereabout. This would be the highlight of your career as a journalist. That the president walks into your studio and you get to interview him.
Live on set. Wow.
Even if it's just a minute, 60 seconds, added to your portfolio, you're great. So yeah, this is what happened at GBC.
Wow.
He toured all the facilities and then he went into studio with the journalists.
I must commend the president, right?
Yeah.
He's been really active.
Mahama 2.0 is amazing.
I really wonder where his energy level is coming from.
I'm sure
because
he hits
this
the
same
gym and
day,
eats well.
he was with the police later on.
Yes.
Donated vehicles to them, sat in one of the vehicles and drove himself, I think later in the evening there were a series of other events as well. So we wish him well. There you have it in your shot.
Yeah.
The president's donation or his government's provision of vehicles to the police service to aid in their duty. And he gave a really interesting speech. The Monday we saw, was it a Monday or the Tuesday? I think, when did you do the National Thanksgiving service?
That was Wednesday.
That was Wednesday.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's been an interesting start to the year.
Yeah.
And of course, there's a whole conversation around oral. So what happened was that 1 year in office, a lot of media organizations began reviewing the president. Again, there you have it in your shot.
Yeah, the Thanksgiving service.
Thanksgiving service.
This is the first of its kind, right?
I don't recall any.
I don't recall any.
First, maybe early on, first, second government in the Fourth Republic, there probably would have been. But, in recent memory, I don't remember any government
celebrating their 1 year in office.
Doing something like this. But if you are the president, it stands to reason why you would. It's been a really difficult year for him, So he lost his ministers, the economy improved. It's been a mixed bag of emotions.
And I understand him and Omane were pretty close. If you recall during the elections, that picture of them watching the screen as the results came in. Yeah, so that's our president. I think he was delivering his speech.
Yeah.
At the
And there was also another thing.
Service.
Yeah, so 1 year in government, media houses began reviewing the performance of government. And on the economy, they seem to have scored very well in terms of other promises, fairly okay marks, infrastructure, roads are going on and all of that. But when it came to the big flagship promise of recovering all loot, I know you remember that oral. And the general fight against corruption. You get a sense that people felt that a lot more needed to be done. Because we hear of a lot of cases, but we are not really seeing the prosecutions.
Right.
Even though the Attorney General has been quick to say that it takes time to get some of these things done.
The wheels of justice grind
Exactly.
slowly.
I interviewed a member of parliament who was like, Charlie, the thing has failed already. Considering that government, when it came into office, decided to pardon some of its members who were in cases, by the former government. So he made reference to the ambulance case involving Kiselato Force, and he made reference to the Dufour case involving Unibank and the like. So we'll be tracking that as well. Today on a big issue, they'll delve into 1 year of Mahama and more. Yeah.
I think, was it that later that day that the minority held a press conference?
Yeah, I think it was a
Or
Thursday.
was it Thursday morning, rather?
Yeah.
Minority holding a press conference on their 1 year anniversary assessment of President John Dramani Mahama. And they said he had woefully failed in the fight against Galamsey, amongst other issues, which I couldn't agree more, because there's still a lot to be done. Yesterday we went to both the Western region and the Bono region where, where's Mfum? Bono?
Yes.
Yes. Where Galamsey has affected their water, has affected their livelihood. They're being threatened, say that even if they speak to the media, their lives will be in danger. So even the media who were filming those Galamsey sites had to find ways and means to bring us those pictures. So they had to literally hide to take those shots. So our lives are in danger. People's livelihoods are threatened. Water is in trouble. Food crops are also in trouble. So maybe this year will probably be the year. We want to hear what the president has in line for us with regards to Galamsey. Like I always say, if those who died in the helicopter crash, if their lives mean anything at all, then this fight must be won. Simplicita.
I love that. And on that note, I know we'll delve into the big stories for the, as reported by major online portals. I'll start with citynewsshow.com. And the former Minister for Defense, Dominic Nitiwul, has been speaking. He says, Northerners' support for Bawumia is about competence, not ethnicity. Nooks, exclusion from Scholarship Authority Board, a betrayal of trust. And the Deputy Minister for Agrec, John Dumelo, is in the news. He says, I'll facilitate construction of all roads in my constituency by 2028. The Education Minister, Haruna Iddrisu, has said special needs education to be free from this year. This is some great news coming in. Mahama Cares must cover Parkinson's disease. That's from Franklin Kujo. NADMO rolls out market safety assessment to stop fires. Franklin Kujo lauded for bold disclosure of Parkinson's diagnosis. Still here in the news, Amend Scholarship Act, Nooks urges Parliament. And I don't know if you have some other stories to share with us.
I'm on channel1newsonline.com. A scholarship board revoke an appoint a student rep. That's Nooks to the president, and 15 neurologists for 35 million population unquestionable. That's according to Franklin Kujo, who I think earlier this week in a post said that he had been diagnosed with
Parkinson's disease.
Parkinson's disease. NADMO, review of market structures underway to prevent fire disasters. Why do I feel like I've heard this before?
You probably have.
Yeah.
Say if it looks like a duck, walks like a duck, quacks like a duck.
Then it's a duck.
Then it's a duck.
So yes, I believe they said a similar thing last year when the Makola market fire. No, not Makola. Where do they sell the Kantamanto fire happened? I think I remember something similar. But anyway, NADMO is saying that they're reviewing market structures to prevent fire disasters. Former PC's endorsement of Bawumia unnecessary. That's according to Davis Opoku-Ansah. Court sentences 2 to 15 and 25 years over Chichere robbery. And if you come to the trending stories, Ghana National Fire Service battles fire with drip water tank in Karachi East. And Soul Currency, the sneakers defining Ghana's street style right now. That'll be an interesting read. And yes, any other portals?
Yeah, I want to take you to GhanaNewsAgency.com. Similar stories here. They have a story on the former MPP flag bearers campaign in the northern region. You know, he completed his Accra campaign. Is now in the northern region and hopes to end it at or in the Ashanti region. There's also a story here on the president's donation of vehicles to the Ghana Police Service as he urges them to maintain them well and use it in the best interest of the country. Moving on, presidency grateful to God for a year in office despite challenges. There's some other story here on the president's visits to some selected media houses as well. I'll be bringing you some of the excerpts of these stories pretty shortly.
Okay, I'm on graphiconline.com. Professor Nana Abba Apia Amfo, elected chairperson of Association of Commonwealth Universities Council, and Idaso Foundation condemns stigma after Franklin Kujo's Parkinson's revelation. U.S. ICE confirms detention of Ken Ofori-Atta. 5 governance experts endorse amendment to ban MPs as ministers. No hiding place for criminals as President Mahama warns against attacks on police. And stakeholders call for ethical, inclusive digital skills development for youth, and government to scale up e-waste controls. Those are some of the stories you'll find on that portal. Do you have Ghana Weekend, or should I do Ghana Weekend?
Just bring us Ghana Weekend.
Okay. So Ghana Weekend, some of the stories you'll find on our portal, GhanaWeekend.com. Fetty Wap transferred to home confinement after early release. Black Sharif at 24, a journey of purpose, pain, and persistence. Love took flight in Paris, the daring helicopter prison break that shocked the world. And 100%, it's tough for me. Anthony Joshua on friends' deaths. Black Sharif ranks number 2 on Audiomack 2025 streams. And Sister Ifya clarifies Tracy Shea stage incident, promises detailed statement soon. And Wendy Shea reaffirms support for Tracy Shea amid online backlash. And City FM's Nanato Boateng urges bloggers to respect privacy. Other stories you'll find on that portal: Adenkule Gold and Simi welcome twin babies. And Opanka says, I don't drink or smoke.
Who is saying that?
Opanka.
Oh, you mean Daddy Opanka?
I believe so.
Point to this country had like some of the most iconic, lines by any rapper.
Oh,
I'm telling you.
I need to.
Oh, you've never heard this?
I'm sure I have, but I fail to recall.
Someone named said empty barrels makes the most noise. Obet me kicking basati said oh boy share. I need to enter my element. Opanka was the guy.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I see.
No, he was the one who said that I they like your teeth because my favorite color be yellow. He was telling some other artists.
That's terrible.
That's a very interesting line.
If you think deep down your teeth, you need to visit the dentist ASAP.
Charlie, Opanka was some guy, but I don't know, he didn't really hit the heights.
Well,
he was in the make of
understand.
I feel like medical took a lot from him in terms of like the way they used to rhyme their stuff, the kind of flows they had. Yeah, but it's just unfortunate he didn't really hit the heights. Is it a good time to delve into the stories?
Yes, definitely.
Haruna Iddrisu, the Minister for Education, is speaking. He said that special needs education to be free from this year. And this story is by Neoni Kanaku. Minister for Education, Haruna Iddrisu, has announced that special needs education in Ghana will be free beginning this year, 2026. The story is reported by citynewsroom.com. According to the minister, the Ghana Education Trust Fund, GET Fund, would fully finance the flagship initiative to bring relief to beneficiaries and their families. Speaking at the commissioning of the Gloria Boatima Dade Nifa Basic School by the KGL Foundation at Edukrum in the Okre district of the Eastern Region, is it Dr. Haruna? I'm not sure.
No, I'm not sure.
Haruna Iddrisu revealed that 100 million of GET Fund resources in 2026 will be dedicated to supporting special needs education. He said the funding will include the acquisition of learning and assistive devices for students. The minister also noted that it is important for Ghana to reposition, reprioritize, and redirect investments to improve and enhance basic education in the country. He reaffirmed President John Dramani Mahama's commitment to doing everything possible to increase investment in foundational learning in order to improve learning outcomes at the basic level. So great news. At the University of Ghana, it was always a struggle seeing how our friends, our brothers and sisters with special needs had to cope. Sometimes they even have like clearly defined spaces for them in terms of like their commute and everything,
What about accessibility?
Exactly, it was also a challenge, but as you get the sense that the university was minded about it, each time, so they sort to like improvise and try and, put in place mitigating, structures for them. But a lot more needed to be done, I've heard this government preach a lot about inclusivity, to really realize all of those, aspirations, really, it's important that we look out for them especially. So it's a step in the right direction. It's a great incentive. Beyond doing this, I think that we should also make it a point that certain jobs be exclusively reserved for persons with special needs, right? And I'm sure you can build a more inclusive society with some of these, kind of initiatives. So shout outs to the Minister for Education, Haruna Idrisu, for this really important intervention.
I want to stay in the health space and do the Franklin Cudjoe story on channel1newsonline.com.
Please do.
15 neurologists for 35 million population, unconscionable. A bit of the story reads, Franklin Cudjoe, president of Imani Africa, has emphasized the urgent need for government to sponsor the training of additional neurologists, citing the country's shortage of specialists to manage neurodegenerative diseases like Parkinson's. 15 neurologists for a population of almost 35 million is unconscionable. Cudjoe, who's living with Parkinson's disease, said in a social media post on Friday, January 9, 2026, he said he met with neurologist Dr. Vida Nados Obese and Deputy Health Minister Grace Ayin-Sudankwa to discuss the challenges faced by patients, stressing that current resources are insufficient to meet the needs of patients nationwide. He recounted the difficulties in obtaining medication, noting that sometimes the drugs are not available in Ghana. Once a whole year passed without the availability of drugs in the right dosage. When they were available, usually for brief periods, the taxes and killer exchange rates drove the price through the roof. Cudjoe highlighted the role of friends and private networks in sourcing medications abroad and providing transport to ensure timely care, but warned that such arrangements are not sustainable for the broader population. He stressed the importance of nationwide research to determine the number of people living with Parkinson's and other neurological conditions to better inform policy and advocacy efforts. The training of neurologists and the proper integration of care into national programs are critical if Ghana is to support patients effectively and reduce the social and economic burden of these diseases, he said. A story, 15 neurologists. I understand in the medical field, neurology takes longer, so people try and avoid that route. But 50 neurologists for Ghanaians, I think maybe there should be a deliberate policy to increase that number. Government can probably fund or give a scholarship to students who are interested in studying to become neurologists so that that number can be scaled up a little to help with the woefully inadequate numbers in Ghana.
In which this had to come to light. So what really happened was that there was an interview with Franklin Cudjoe, by Sister Media House TV station, and his gesticulations during the interview suggested that something might be not entirely well with him, and for me it was most regrettable that persons of some political persuasions, because they disagree with some of the comments he made, took to social media and sort of mocked, his gesticulations, his mannerisms during the interview. And of course, that brought to light his coming out to, really tell what it is. And for me, I have so much respect for Franklin in the aftermath of this, because, to now sort of use this as an opportunity to raise awareness for a condition like that, I think is spot on. And his advocacy on the need to take the treatment of it more serious. So now I've heard him say we need to include this in Mahama cares. I've heard him also say we need to train more neurologists. As you rightly said, and read. So it's great. I saw the Deputy Health Minister come out to also speak on it. So what this has done is that at the very least, it's created some form of awareness, So going forward, we expect that government, will be minded about not only Parkinson's disease, but there are so many of them, and find a way to make very especially treatment more affordable to the ordinary Ghanaian. I saw Franklin also, appreciate a few individuals, including my very good friend Apenyo Markin, for support. Because according to him, treatment can be very expensive, right? He mentions a few other doctors who've been very helpful along the line. So this is Franklin Kujo with all of his exposure, with all of his, so you can imagine the ordinary Ghanaian who would have to deal with this.
Yeah.
So you get a sense that many would have given up, considering the circumstances surrounding its treatment. So we wish him well. He's a friend of this station. Almost every Saturday, he's on the big issue with Salom. He's been on. Franklin is, I'm sure people probably think he's a staff of this company. Because he way back from Adabraka, he's been on the big issue for God knows how long. Probably 10 years or more. So we love him and we appreciate his coming out. It's not easy for everybody to come out like that.
Yeah, we wish him well.
Yeah, when some of these things happen to people, they rather quell. They quell back and they become less, interactive. They don't engage anymore. But he's held the proverbial bull by its horn and he's taking it on. And we love him for that. We wish he keeps going and doesn't stop in his public advocacy.
I hope his advocacy, generates the needed attention and the needed conversations around Parkinson's, disease and all of that. I think it's one of those diseases that you don't really talk much or hear about.
One famous person in world history to have suffered from Parkinson's?
The name is in there, but it's at the tip of my tongue, but I can't remember, unless we're talking about two different people. Mention.
Muhammad
Ali.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. There are a few others as well.
Oh, yeah. There are a few others in history, but in terms of like name recognition. I think, because his is also documented.
Yes.
His is documented.
Yes.
Maybe on Sunday breakfast we should look into this, and talk about some of these conditions. To be fair, it's not something that, I really wonder what its prevalence is, particularly here. We don't have too much information. We'll not pretend to be doctors on this show because we are not. But I think, having seen the kind of public interest this has generated also because of Franklin, it would be great if we could learn a bit more about this.
About what it is, and yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Do you have any more stories?
I wanted to bring you this story on. So Nooks they are in arms. They are saying that their exclusion from the Scholarship Authority Board is a betrayal of trust, right? And it is clearly not gone down well with their constituents. But okay, this is not opening. As and when I get it. Yes. So there's a story on the former vice president at MPP, flag bearer for the 2024 election. Now, Dominic Nitu says that Northerners' support for Bawumia is about competence and not ethnicity. So the Member of Parliament for Bimbilla and former Minister for Defense, Dominic Nitu, has dismissed claims that support for Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia in Northern Ghana is driven by shared ethnicity, insisting that political backing in the region has always been based on competence and performance. Speaking during Dr. Bawumia's visit to Yendi ahead of the new Patriotic Party's presidential primary scheduled for January 31, 2026, Mr. Nitu said history clearly shows that voters in the North do not support candidates because of where they come from. Now, this is quote. The story says, since the beginning of Ghana, Northerners have never in their lives voted because the person comes from the North. Northerners, especially the UP and NPP, have never voted because the person is a Northerner, he stated. To support his argument, Mr. Nitu cited historical precedents, noting that the Northern People's Party, despite having more members of parliament, supported Dr. Kofi Abrefa-Buzi of the Ghana Congress Party to lead the opposition in parliament. He also referenced the NPP's own political history, pointing out that Northern members of the party backed John Agyekum Kufuor and later Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo as presidential candidates and presidents, even when there were aspirants from Northern Ghana. I think an interesting twist to the NPP's internal election this week was when the failed president and parliamentary candidates, no, failed is a strong word, let me say former presidential parliamentary candidates, as in those who contested the 2024 tickets as parliamentary candidates and lost. So I'm referring to the likes of quite a number of them. You know, notable amongst them, you saw the likes of Ejapa Mesa, former MP for Sekondi. You saw the likes of Akosua Menu, former parliamentary candidate for Adenta. You saw the likes of Honorable Jonobua, you know, who was actually in leadership in parliament. You know, all of those people, some of them former MP, some of them aspirants who lost, coming together to say they support Dr. Bawumia's re-election campaign. It was particularly interesting because to think that some of them in the aftermath of the election felt they lost their seats because of the party's general performance, right? Now come and say they are supporting a candidate whose, you can say, actions or inactions contributed to their kind of performance they saw in government. You know, it lives for interesting reasons, but it also shows how formidable maybe the vice president might be in terms of the NPP's politics. You know, because it's easy for somebody who is disgruntled and disappointed after losing an election to say, I don't want you anymore. I want somebody else to lead this party because we gave you the first chance and you didn't deliver. Of course, Kenneth Foriates, or let me say, Kennedy Japon's camp, you know, say they are not threatened by former MPs' decision to support them, even though they have a few of them in their camp as well. So we'll see how this goes. I think that the campaign, senior members of the party need to call a lot of these people speaking to order, right? So, for example, the kind of vitriolic attacks we've seen, I don't think it's helpful. People say, well, that is why it's important we hold it early, and I'm referring to the presidential primary, so that we can salvage what's left and bring unity. But you know, if you hear some of the comments, you know, some of the campaign supporters are saying, I don't think it's proper. And my point is that how are you able to reconcile the party after? Because mind you, the opposition is watching, and they'll use these same sound bites to come back at you in 2028. So first, and I don't want to name and pick, right? But for somebody like Honorable Stephen Amoah, if you say that the vice president pushed for the selection of Honorable Mohamed Amin Anta to be finance minister because of where they come from, you know, it's a very difficult. I don't even know how to put my thoughts together on this. So the point is that if Bawumia wins, what then will you coming back to say? How will you campaign? You know, so I think they should be minded about their utterances.
I don't know why we can't do, or people can't, you know, make their pronouncements without having to stoop low or say denigrating things about others. I mean, it's elections, it's a campaign. Nobody's saying you have to be for one person. That's why we have dissenting views and opinions. Yes, state your view clearly, but don't go down that path. Because at the end of the day, it's only one person that's going to win anyway. And if you're unable to work with this person because of certain things you said, how do you then, you know, unite the party after all this? After the, 31st of January, that's it. Right? By the way, my internet has stopped working, so.
Anyway, so we wish them well as they, you know, go through the process of electing their flag bearer for the 2028 elections. I wanted to bring you the story of this is from John Dumelo, who is Member of Parliament for Ayawaso. You know,
I saw his video. And he was fixing roads in his constituency. He's working.
Charlie, he said that he'll construct all roads by 2028.
Charlie, those kind of promises put you in trouble.
You guys say this. Now when they want to, and the point is that with some of these things now, even if you deliver on other things and you fail to deliver on this, this is used as the standard checker, So anyway, I'll read it because he has said it. John Dumelo, I'll facilitate construction of all roads in my constituency by 2028. Member of Parliament for Ayawaso West Wugon, John Dumelo has reaffirmed his commitment to improving road infrastructure across the constituency, expressing optimism that all roads within the area could be constructed by the end of 2028. In a post on X, the MP said he was beginning 2026 with a renewed focus on road development in the constituency, describing the initiative as a key priority of his tenure. And this is his exact quote. He says, starting 2026 with roads in the Ayawaso West constituency, with the help of God and residents, it is my wish I will facilitate the construction of all roads within the constituency by the end of 2028, he stated. And Dumelo also expressed gratitude to the private sector partners for supporting the initiative, singling out Max Palasco for contributing to the construction of a particular road within his constituency. So it's a tall ask. It will be interesting to find out from him where he intends on getting the finances to do that, because road construction is not an easy job to do. Is he going to lobby the ministry? Is he going to rely on private investors? We need to know how he intends on doing that. And we wish him well. That is all that we can say. Right.
All right. We're going to take a quick break. When we return, we have more for you. We have some music. We have some home style improvements, tidbits here and there, and sports. Don't go away.
The Sweetroot Secondary School Swesco Alumni Association invites all alumni to its annual all-year groups Thanksgiving and Remembrance Service. There will be remembrance of the departed PACAs and also the launch of the 67th Speech and Prize Giving Day. The date, Sunday the 18th of January 2026. Time, it's 2 p.m. Venue, Cedar Mountain Assemblies of God Church, East Legon. Contact your year group president and register your attendance now. Semper Cum Optimus, always with the best.
Are you planning to relocate from your company office or house, whether across cities to another town or halfway around the country? You want a moving company you can depend on to get you there? Let me introduce you to Logistics Movers. We are here to help you every step of the way, from planning the move to unpacking the last box and settling into your office or home. We have the expertise, experience, and market understanding and offer fast, reliable, and professional transportation services in Ghana. Our main thrust is to successfully move your business, household items safely, on time, and hassle-free. You can call us on 0246 833 539 or 0244 342 465. You can also send us an email to info@logisticsmovers.com or check our website www.logisticsmovers.com. Why expose your company or household items to theft or damages when you are relocating if it's avoidable? Logistics Movers, we help you relocate.
10 years of unforgettable memories, breathtaking sights, unlimited excitement, new friendships. And this March, we're turning it all the way up from the 1st to the 8th of March 2026. Get ready for the road trip of a lifetime. 8 epic days, 14 regions, 1 legendary caravan. We roll from Greater Accra through the Eastern region, cruise into the Northern and Upper East regions, vibe through the Western region, and hit many more iconic destinations across Ghana. It's culture, it's adventure, it's It's pure discovery with the best people and the best vibes. Expect non-stop fun, endless scenic views, deep cultural immersion, new networks, and friendships and memories that will outlive the journey. Seats are limited, and this is the 10th anniversary. You cannot miss it. Watch out for details soon.
You're welcome back to Breakfast Daily right here on Channel 1 TV with me, Inu Safo and Jude Duncan. It's time for one of our favorite segments. You lifted your head. I said something wrong.
No,
I didn't add the weekend.
We are so mischievous.
Breakfast Daily Weekend, right. So it's time for one of our favorite segments in the show.
Exactly.
What's happening? Right, we get to tell you what's happening in and around Ghana, and then you get to pick and choose which one you want to go to. And, we try to make your weekend exciting. Well, not just the weekend, but also things that may happen later within the week or the year or the month as well. And we're starting strong with our very own...
Tell me about it.
Heritage Caravan 2025.
Oh, it's already.
Hey, sorry, we're in 2026.
You have to come back to the future. So has it been announced?
Yes, it has been. Where have you been? Well, I don't blame you. You're still in marital bliss, but yes.
So
it was announced, and there's an even bigger announcement on Monday.
That's what I'm referring to. So,
oh, you mean that announcement?
Yeah.
No. Even me, that I don't know what they're coming to announce.
Yeah, because I'd have been in shock. Because the way I've been monitoring the thing, I'm like, where did I pass? For me, I like the way the excitement is already, there. Like, people are looking forward to it. As far back as November 2025, I had people come to me and say, Guy, when is when are you receiving entries for it? So it sounds exciting, and I can tell on your face.
Yeah, it's exciting, and this is the 10th anniversary. So there's going to be, which means we've been planning it for 10 years, which means that we have the clout to say that we've done this for 10 years, and it's been amazing.
You have the institutional capacity and experience and
logistical.
acumen. Oh, Charlie, no, the English is not coming. Yeah, but the institutional capacity is there. So it's great.
Yeah, so this will be unparalleled. 10 years of Heritage Caravan, going through regions in Ghana, checking out tourist sites, tourist destinations, being on a bus with random people that you become friends and acquaintances and business partners after, the event. And it's happening from the 1st to the 8th of March. 14 amazing regions, 8 days of fun, of food, of music, of laughter, of dinners. It's amazing. The kind of people you get to meet, and the acquaintances you build over that 8-day period. I know someone will say, what was the fun about being in the bus? But trust me, there's so much fun.
What was your most exciting memory of the Heritage Caravan?
It would probably be in the bus 2. And let me tell you, we were heading to Sunyani from the north, and our bus decided to do what it does best. Yeah, so our bus left us. Bus not break.
That's what it does best.
No, trust me, I'm building up. And so someone announces that, there's a bus that's going to come for us, but it's going to take a few hours because it's coming all the way from Kumasi. And you'd expect people would be, they are brave, we want to go to the hotel. But no, everybody's like, NAM party. But we're already playing music. The boys were playing spa, women were chit-chatting, you know, people were exploring where the bus had left us, the town that it had left us in. And while we were there, throughout the lights kept going on and off. One of the patrons brought out a light, turned it on, and it brightened where we were. And we had a mini party with the children in the town. We had a dance competition. We danced with the kids. We gave them, Piva was one of our sponsors. We gave them Piva beverages. We gave them money. The first, first three, and even those who participated, everybody got money. It was a fun time. That was my highlight of the Heritage Caravan. Because honestly, you'd expect that patrons would be grumpy because they're tired. No.
Interesting.
No way.
I just
you
can't wait.
You should be a part of it.
I just can't wait to have my own experience of the Heritage Caravan.
Yes.
But
maybe this will be your year.
I've been following because, you know, I used to, you know, edit videos that, you know, from the caravan and stuff. And you could clearly tell that, like, the experience is always a notch higher with each edition.
Yeah.
I'm wondering what the peak will be.
For the 10th anniversary?
Yeah.
I have no idea. Anything could happen.
Wow.
It's every day brings about new surprises, and so anything.
So the
can
big
happen.
announcement will be on Monday, 12th January. I want to believe on the Breakfast Show and on Breakfast Daily as well.
97.3 City FM and Channel 1 TV.
Amazing. So guys, you know what to do. Just keep your dial right here so you don't miss out on it, especially for those who've been wanting to be a part of this. I think it's history, right? Because I keep saying that there's not been any single government initiative to showcase the country in the manner and scope the Heritage Caravan does. Beyond sending people to these attractions, we also put it on TV and on radio the entire time.
Yeah.
You know, so great stuff, great fun. You learn about your country in different ways than you imagined, and I think it's absolutely worth it.
So someone asked me, why don't we advertise at, like, you know, events that diasporans are going to be there? And I was saying, even when we put the numbers out there, we can't even take everybody that wants to come along, because when you leave Accra, and Samens always says this, and when I joined them, I realized that, Charlie, yeah, it's true. When you leave Accra, getting decent accommodation or decent hotels is tough. It's very tough. And you can't put people in, you know, any kind of hotel, because then the feedback you'll get won't be a very nice one. And we want people to experience nice things like they're in their own, you know, homes and in their own relaxed environments. And so, yes, it's tough to add. Someone has been saying, just add another bus. It's the 10th anniversary, you know, add another bus. It's not easy like that, though. It's not easy. Oh. But yeah, so keep your dials locked right here on Channel 1 TV and City FM for that big announcement on Monday, the 12th of January 2026. You don't want to miss it.
Amazing.
It's not now that after the thing has passed and you're disturbing us. Please keep your dials locked for that big announcement. All right.
Amazing. Moving on, we have the Wellness Party in the Hills. And this is plans to be an exciting event with good music, yoga sessions, a journaling workshop. There'll be a face sculpting workshop. You have the chance to also swim, relax by the poolside. And a ticket for two includes drinks, right? So coffee, a ticket includes 2 different drinks. So there's coffee, there's fresh juice, there's lemonade, and other exciting activities. So it's a wellness party, basically, you know, self-improvement, basically, you know, therapy, you know, getting better for yourself. So it's happening today, and it's also taking place at the Beposo Resort at Ebri. So all you need to do is to just go on social media and search R&R Wellness or Secret Sessions by R&R Wellness. Get all the details you need and be a part of this, especially for those looking for an escape from what has been, a very difficult past year. You want to, be in a meditative mood. Even the
flyer looks relaxing.
Exactly.
Right?
So, yeah, we wish them well. Moving on.
Looks relaxing. I'm saying the flyer looks relaxing.
Yeah. So it's from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. today.
Yes, 400 CDs, Beposa Resort, if that's your vibe. If you want to start the year with some relaxed atmosphere, that's the place to be. If you're tired of the Dede Bebre, you want to set your intentions for the year, you want some massage vibes and stuff, that's the place to be. All right.
Amazing.
We have a summer soiree.
So get ready for the ultimate summer party, they say. So an unforgettable evening of good vibes, great company, and endless fun. So this summer soiree is the perfect opportunity to soak up the sun, enjoy refreshing drinks, and create unforgettable moments. And it's happening at 2 p.m. today. I'm not sure where, but
doesn't say.
We'll look for it and share with you. But I like the vibes, just come and cool down.
Summer chic outfits.
Just come and cool
down. I hope the beach they are going is nice.
I'm sure it will be nice.
Yeah, but it looks nice. I like being by the beach. It gives you time to reflect.
It looks like the Ozzy's beach.
Where's that one?
It's in La.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's near Sandbox.
Well, we can't tell for sure, but we'll definitely find out where it is.
No, I think it is.
And tell you.
I don't know, but I think it is.
You just say you don't know, so you don't know.
No, they have this wooden thing and the chair.
Okay, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's them. That's it. Our producer has confirmed that that's it.
No, you have to listen to me.
I'm sorry.
you have to trust my judgment more. That is what it is.
I'm sorry.
You have to believe in my judgment.
Please, my hands are up. I'm sorry. Mention the place again.
No, I'll mention it again.
Oh, but our viewers need to know where it's happening.
It's happening at the Ozzy's Beach Resort inside La.
Okay.
Really a nice place, actually.
Oh, is it? You would know because you've been there.
Yeah. Okay. To be fair, it's my go-to beach. If somebody's like, Charlie, let's hang out at the beach, I'll probably say, let's go to Ozzy's. It's calm. It's not really noisy.
Is it OOZIE?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
ZZIES.
ZZIES.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Ozzy's Beach Resort. Really a nice place.
Wow.
Amazing.
I'll go and experience it for myself and give you feedback.
I'm surprised I know it. I know places.
I'm surprised.
I know places.
I'm surprised.
And they have like nice rooms available too as well, like close to the beach. So
okay.
If you want to just like spend the night, and they have pretty good food as well. And they have like an elevated space where you can sit and oversee the beach.
Okay, if you don't want to walk on the sand.
So it's a nice, especially like for night beach vibes. Oh God, you really like the place.
I actually like going to the beach at night.
Yeah, so
less people.
You would enjoy yourself if you yeah.
Uzis.
Amazing.
ZZIES. Noted. All right. We have Sefa movie premiere. And it's happening today at the Oyarifa Mall. So it's an Angel Films Ghana production. Any faces you know?
Not really, but that's the essence of some of these plays, right? To unearth new talent. And I'll be looking forward to this as well.
So it's a African story that reflects the death of Africa's culture, where love and respect stand as the foundation of identity, family, and tradition. So today, 3 p.m. and Wednesday, 10:30 p.m. at the Oyarifa Mall. That's when they are premiering Sefa or Sifa.
And this is by Samuel Janses. We wish them well in this endeavor. We'll be there to support as always. So that's what time will allow us for What's Happening segment.
What's happening?
You can pick and choose, whether it's wellness, whether it's a fun experience at the beach, whether it's in anticipation of a heritage caravan or you want to enjoy some cool movie. All you need to do is to just reach out to whichever organizer, behind these events. And of course, a big reminder, Monday, 12th January, the big announcement will be out there. You don't want to miss out on it, especially for those who have wanted to be a part of this for God knows how long. So yeah,
Yes. You don't want to miss that announcement on City 97.3 FM and on Channel 1 TV as well. It's the 10th edition of the Heritage Caravan. All right, so Marvin Brooks is standing by with some melodious tunes. Let's go listen.
Far away, see endless views now. With sky and ocean blue seems one. When no one knows if tomorrow comes. Today we come together as one. Shall wake me up and rescue me. We're drowning in our misery. In need of Jaja melodies that I sing, so I and I not scared. Good morning, world. Good morning, sunshine. Be a part of the surf, but Jaja lift me to the top of the world. Yeah. Good morning, world. Good morning, sunshine. Be a part of the surf, but Jaja lift me to the top of the world. Yeah. Close my eyes, the pain can ease now. My shadow passed so far away. Lord, I beg you to forgive now for my little ungrateful ways. Yeah. For too long on the search for peace, but never search for peace within. In need of Jaja melodies that I sing for no more nightmares. Good morning, world. Good morning, sunshine. Be a part of the sun, but Jaja lift me to the top of the world. Yeah. Good morning, world. Good morning, sunshine. Yeah. Be a part of the sun, but Jaja lift me to the top of the world. Yeah. Good evening, world. Good evening, moonlight. We're giving thanks every sunrise. Appreciation just for this one life. Yeah, good morning, world. Yeah. Good morning, sunshine. We're giving thanks every sunrise. Appreciation just for this one life. Yeah. Good morning, Ghana. why you're stressed. No time to think about that, even though we blessed. No time to enjoy this life, they get them while they fresh. The Babylon comes out this work. No time to rest, but still a healthy lifestyle. 4 hours sleep, business till you at the night life. Get them while they fresh. The Babylon comes out this work. I see false prophets, but who am I to judge? Cause only Jah knows, only Jah expose. I see false prophets, but who am I to judge? Cause only Jah knows, only Jah expose. Hey, skippity boppy doopy dee 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 dee. No, no. Ring the alarm. True builds up pressure. Do it for the love. Don't do it for possessions. The time will come if you believe it, you achieve it. Listen to your inner voice. Just find a better frequency. Hold on to your position. Don't let them rob your energy. Lift your hands up to the sky. We are here and we know why. Messengers of the source of your light. I see false prophets, but who am I to judge? Cause only Jah knows, only Jah expose. I see false prophets, but who am I to judge? Cause only Jah knows, only Jah expose. The truth comes out, they must forget. Confess. The truth comes out, they must confess. The truth comes out, they must confess. The truth comes out, they must confess. Yes, I. This one is called Life is Good. Oh, na 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 na. I'm praying for you, brother, no. I'm praying for you, sister, no. This life can be dangerous, I know. You can't stay in blues, cause Jah has paved the way for us, because he got news. This life is short, this life is sweet, not always good, but what we need. And if we could, I know we would just stay in peace, yeah. But life's still good because we breathe. Give thanks unto the Most High, yeah. Don't tell me that you suffer, no. Cause this ain't your last supper, no. This life can be dangerous, I know. Get out of the blues, cause Jah has the strangest ways for us to teach us the news, yeah. Give thanks and all, cause life is short, this life is sweet, not always good, but what we need. And if we could, I know we would just stay in peace. But life's still good, because we breathe. Give thanks unto the Most High.
As the days come and go, there's always shit. Let colleagues explore all the planetary bodies. Our mission is in Uranus to treat hemorrhoids, anal fistula, anal fissure, anal incontinence, hidradenitis suppurativa, using laser ligature for pain-free and speedy recovery. On Uranus Street, Accra, is Main Tuber Hospital and Coloproctology Center. Trust Uranus with us and we will delight you. Visit Main Tuber Hospital today or call us on 0244 581 541.
Welcome to the Health Quarters Ghana, where medical science meets everyday life. Join Dr. Gideon Assan and the irrepressible Clemento Suarez as they tackle health issues.
My name is Dr. Gideon Assan. I have with me here my co-host, Clemento Suarez.
I knew how it felt anytime I started to feel the pain.
Whether it is hernia, breast cancer, cataracts, or infertility, the show brings together victims to share their real-life stories and experts to debunk myths.
If you wear cotton supporter, and they be a pampers and a benwa or bosom. So you see, instead of it being raw egg, I done it because you know.
Make a date with us every Sunday at 4 p.m. on Channel 1 TV. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube and all social media platforms at Health Quarters Ghana.
Welcome back. This is Breakfast Daily Weekend right here on Channel 1 TV. My name is Jude Duncan, just gone by David Brooks, who describes himself as a world music artist, treating us to some good vibes for the morning. It's now time for a very important conversation with a very good friend of the show, Samira Dede Raji. She's many things. I'm sure with the new year, you've added one, because there's real estate, there's farms. And what else have you added this year?
Production of feed.
Production of
feed, animal feed.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Dede, it's always a pleasure having you. Good morning and welcome to Breakfast Daily.
Good morning, and thank you for having me.
Today we are discussing elevating spaces, something I'm really, really excited about all the time. But this time with a focus on vanity tables.
Yes.
I had no idea what a vanity table is.
Me neither.
Can you share with us insights?
Okay, so a vanity table is just a desk or a table set up purposely for grooming. So it's that table or that desk in that corner of your space that allows you to groom yourself, look beautiful, dress up. Basically, that's what it is.
What's the difference between a vanity table and a dressing, what do you call it? A dressing mirror table or something?
Okay, so a vanity table has a dressing mirror. So a vanity table comes with a desk, comes with a mirror, comes with sometimes a storage to be able to keep your dressing items or tools in there. So there are different designs, different styles, different structures in terms of how the vanity table comes about. It's positioned in different areas of your house. So the space where you're going to put that vanity table would determine the design you are looking to have it. So you could have a very modern, minimalistic kind of table. You could have an old, artistic kind of design. You could have something that is purposely for space or storage, because then you may have a small room, and that could be the only place where you could keep extra things, meaning your grooming or beauty products, just so as it's not cluttered all over the place.
Wow, interesting.
Why do you think they're making such a comeback, or they've always been there?
Say again?
I said, why do you think they're making such a comeback? Why is it such a topic for discussion now?
It's something needed in your space because, then, like I said earlier, it's a combination of aesthetics, functionality, and all of that. So if you have a lot of beauty products, things that you use for your grooming, you definitely will not want to keep it just everywhere or anywhere. You need to have a space or somewhere to put it. So I'm sure it's one of the good things to have, and it adds to the interior design of your space.
So where should it be? Like within the bedroom space or in the bathroom? Is what we have in the bathroom, can it also be considered as a vanity?
Yes, so it depends. There are different places in your house you could keep it, depending on the design you have in your home, or the layout of your home, if I could rather say. People could just use their bedrooms. People could have a whole space for grooming, so then it's a mini spa in their house, and then they would want to have that. People could also have a walkway that allows them, before they leave the house, that's the last two things they see before they leave. People have very large, huge bathrooms where you could have a section purely for your vanity space, where you groom, where you make up and all of that. Yes.
Wow. What would you say would be some of the items you could keep in the drawers of a vanity table, right? So I know you've mentioned makeup, but what would you say are other items, that could come in handy, you could keep in your vanity table?
Grooming is for both men and women, not only women. So obviously for women, it's your makeup. But for men, it could be your shaving razor, is that what it's called? It could be your shoe tidying tools. It could be even your medication, depending on where you want to keep it, because then you're going to have various storage areas on the vanity table. And there are frequently used items, which obviously some women, when dressing up, those are the things they go to. So then you design it in such a way that it fits your lifestyle.
For a lot of people, when you talk about grooming, right, it's like things you need to do in your bathroom or your restroom. Why should it be in any other place other than your bathroom? Because if I'm keeping my shaving stick or shaving machine, I want it somewhere that I'll use.
Easy access.
Exactly. So why bedroom or hall or walkway and not any other place?
Okay, so a vanity table's positioning in your house is dependent on your lifestyle. There are no fixed concrete areas where you need to keep it. A lot of people choose to keep it in their bedrooms, because then that's where a lot of women feel comfortable sitting down and prepping or getting ready for their everyday work or everyday business. But then that's why Eno also asks that some people keep it in their bathrooms. Modern bathrooms are done in such a way that it allows to fit your daily activities. So that if you have a very huge bathroom, some bathrooms even have closets in there. When you walk in there, you could walk into your closet, you could get into your vanity area. So the designs vary, and it's not what we picture in our mind, just the table with the decks and then the mirror. It can be a whole huge space. People like to dress up standing. So it's basically your lifestyle and what you choose, and then you are able to make it fit purpose. Yeah.
Can the vanity sets go beyond just, beauty routines? Can it contain other stuff, which I'm sure Ghanaians tend to use it for?
Usually our storage is usually full of a lot of things that ordinarily should not be there. Okay. But it's also because of space. So then people would then want to optimize spaces that they have. So that's where design comes in. Okay. So if you don't have the luxury of space where you have to keep a lot of your other things, then have a vanity table that has more compartments. So as the beneath where you have your beauty products, you could store the rest of your things. You could even combine it with a shoe rack if you so wish. But it's all the size, the space, the design, all of those things would determine what you would want to do with that.
Interesting.
Are they budget friendly? There's something for everyone.
There is absolutely something for everyone. You know, design, material, and everything depends on your pocket. So then you'd have to choose something that fits your pocket and also fits your lifestyle, because then if you have the luxurious space in your house and what you're looking for is a grooming table, then you don't need something so huge that would have a lot of storage that will cost you so much. So then you have to pick and choose what works for you.
I'm still just a little bit stuck here. Maybe you should help me out. What would be that differentiating factor for you to look at two similar tables in a hallway and say, okay, this looks like a vanity table and this looks like maybe a makeup table, or not even a makeup table, because a vanity table is a makeup table. So maybe a dressing mirror.
Okay. All right, it's the same thing you've just said. So a dressing mirror, a makeup table, a vanity table serve the same purposes. But then I could understand what you're trying to ask, maybe a console, because in a house you could have a console, which is just that other table that could be in the walkway. That may even have a mirror, because then there's some consoles that have mirrors on the wall that when you are going out, is the last thing you use to check maybe your jacket, your fitting, are you looking all good before you go out? But the purpose of a vanity table is purely for grooming. So either a male or a female, it is, the purpose of it is to help you dress up.
Somebody is saying to me that the major difference is vanity tables usually would have an LED lighting. Is that a case?
Yes, lighting is part. LED depending on where it is, because obviously you need more light. And that is actually one of the most important feature of it, because then if you are looking to groom, your lights could deceive you if it's not clear enough. You, especially women, you could probably start your makeup and you may think it's working all good, and you step out and you realize that it's either you are too bright or you are too dark if the light in there does not work for its purpose. So yes.
Wow. Can you do it yourself, or you need to buy it, you know, walk into some big shop or a carpentry somewhere to get it done for you? Can I put a table here and a chair and say it's mine?
It's a vanity
Table.
All options are available. There are people who like to do things themselves, and they can get their mirror, they'll get their table. They are very handy. They are able to handle this setup and do it nicely. Others could just have professionals to fix it for them, and others will buy it from the shop. But in all of this, when you are considering, do consider your space, do consider your style, do consider the colors you have in your room, just so as then they can come together. An interior decorator would have been the best person to have helped you choose what is right. But of course, there are different people with different budgets, and then options matter. So then you can choose the best of the options you've taken. Maybe do it yourself, get a few things, put it together and make it work for you.
Well, when we're going out to buy vanities, what should we be looking out for? What particular designs are available, and you know, what are the key things you think we should be looking out for?
I would say quality. Vanity table is not something you would want to be buying every day. It will take you a very long time for you to change it if it fits your purpose. So you would have to look at the quality of the material that has been used for that vanity table. Some may just look nice aesthetically, but then after a while, it will then start to break off either way, which then you need to buy another. So then the first thing is to look at the material that is used for that table and how it fits into your space.
Interesting. You know, sometimes we tend to end up cluttering our vanity set. You use this, you put it there. How can we avoid that little mistake and make sure we put things back?
I prefer a very minimalistic vanity table.
Oh, okay.
I would not choose one with a lot of storage spaces, because then that's what allows you to put this here, put this there, put things that are unnecessary in there. But if you have one huge mirror with just the little decks there where you keep basic things like maybe your perfume, your beauty essential products, a little living planter in there to add on to the elegance of the space, you're good to go. It prevents you from putting unnecessary items there. But then, of course, if you want to put a lot of things there, then choose something with some lockers you could close, so as then when you put everything in there, you can close up to avoid all the clutter it can come with.
Interesting.
Wow. I would want to come to something around, talked about, you get a sense that it is an idea for a very luxury idea, because if you even have space constraints in your personal home or your home, you would struggle to fit it in somewhere. How can we maximize this for those who need it, for the work they do, right? But they have space constraints. Will you say maybe you don't need a table, you just need maybe a mirror somewhere, maybe a shelf? Can there be variations, really? I think that's what the question is.
So there could be more like, let's term it a vanity area. So the desk is what adds to the mirror that allows you to store or keep your beauty products. So if you have less space, and obviously you need to look into something, which is the mirror, then you are looking to fix the mirror to the wall, I guess, so as then it doesn't take too much space in terms of the wood. Then you are looking to have shelves near that mirror on the wall to allow you to be able to use it. So it's all design and planning. So you don't just have a vanity table in your space because you really want to put one there, but you need to consider your space and see what works. Sometimes it's just clothes. The design of things you need is not necessarily a whole bulk kind of structure. It can actually be done using your space. And the wall itself, you can imagine that having just a small room and you want to have a vanity space, you have a mirror on the wall. So then really you don't have something in there. Then you have shelves that are just bits and pieces somewhere. Then you can put the rest of your items there.
There's another question for you. The viewer wants to find out, between the bedroom and the bathroom, what would your guest advise? I'm sure in terms of setting up.
It's size. I'm sure both of you have different options. If you have a big bathroom and you have your mini closet already in your bathroom and that's where you dress up, you definitely would want to have it there, finish everything and come out. But if you have a small bathroom and you cannot do everything or dress up in your bathroom and you have a room that has a lot of space, why not? You choose that. So it varies.
What's one common mistake people tend to make when using a vanity or buying a vanity?
Size. They buy things a size that does not work with their space. And you get into the room and it's all seated there. You can imagine your mother or your auntie's room and you go in and the first thing you see is the vanity table, because then they call it a dresser, a dressing mirror and all of that. It has taken the entire space. I think size should be looked at again. You don't need that bulk sized vanity table to take out the space. And also color. Complement it with the room, because then you would have a white wall or a dull color wall and you have something taking up the space that is a bit too bulky. So it's just the bits and pieces of combination of a lot of home improvement ideas just to
between
keep your room
shelves and drawers, what would you advise?
It's your needs. As a man, you may be okay with a shelf. Other women may also be okay with a shelf, but then there are people with a whole routine that have multiple things to do, and you may not want to display all of these things on the shelf. So then you may have a locker to keep the extra things or the frequently used items in there closed up, and then you keep the bits and pieces on there.
I guess if we need more information on how to fix one in our space, we can come to you, right?
Absolutely.
Where can we reach Dede?
Yes, I mean, Samira is on Instagram, it's on LinkedIn as well. You mostly reach me on LinkedIn as Samira Saraji. Yes, that's where you could find me.
All right, cool. Any number to call? Or we should just go on LinkedIn and send a message?
Yes, send a message, yes.
It's a good tip. Anyway, you have any other final words,
Yes, what I'll say is it's the new year. You need to pay attention to your space. Home improvement is a part of us, and it's something we need to consider. You don't have to have everything in your space. just bits and pieces, but try and choose the right color, the right size, and position it right, and you would have a very simple, demure space for yourself.
And you're available for all kinds of space elevation,
Absolutely.
right?
On everyday basis, I'm on conversations with people who are looking to improve their space. So why not reach out and then...
and there's something for everyone.
It's not too expensive. You'll be fine.
Wow, that's all time will allow us for, with regards to our conversation on elevating your spaces. Samira Raji today helping us through that conversation. We'll take a quick break. When we're back, the sports. Don't go away.
Ten years of unforgettable memories, breathtaking sights, unlimited excitement, new friendships. And this March, we're turning it all the way up from the 1st to the 8th of March 2026. Get ready for the road trip of a lifetime. 8 epic days, 14 regions, 1 legendary caravan. We roll from Greater Accra through the Eastern region, cruise into the Northern and Upper East regions, vibe through the Western region, and hit many more iconic destinations across Ghana. It's culture, it's adventure, it's pure discovery with the best people and the best vibes. Expect non-stop fun, endless scenic views, deep cultural immersion, new networks, and friendships and memories that will outlive the journey. Seats are limited, and this is the 10th anniversary. You cannot miss it. Watch out for details soon.
The Sweetroot Secondary School Swesco Alumni Association invites all alumni to its annual all-year groups Thanksgiving and Remembrance Service. There will be remembrance of the departed PCAs and also the launch of the 67th Speech and Prize Giving Day. The date, Sunday the 18th of January 2026. Time, it's 2 p.m. Venue, Cedar Mountain Assemblies of God Church, East Legon. Contact your year group president and register your attendance now. Semper Cum Optimus, always with the best. It's time to promote volunteerism, active citizenship, and patriotism in Ghanaian society,
where we shine the spotlight on the unsung heroes among us.
Today, we're not just launching a program, we're igniting a revolution of skills, dreams, and hope.
On Volunteers TV, we highlight and celebrate people and groups that are great examples to us all.
Every single region in Ghana, we're doing something.
Good.
So no one's being left behind.
Over 800 kids that come to school, so having an extra classroom, extra resources will be really, really beneficial.
If you're a volunteer, you're actually serving because you are giving up your time and resources for nothing in return.
Volunteers TV, Sunday at 6:30 p.m. only on Channel 1 TV.
Welcome to the Health Quarters Ghana, where medical science meets everyday life. Join Dr. Gideon Hassan and the irrepressible Clemento Suarez as they tackle health issues.
My name is Dr. Gideon Hassan. I have with me here my co-host, Clemento Suarez.
I knew how it felt anytime I started to feel the pain.
Whether it is hernia, breast cancer, cataracts, or infertility, the show brings together victims to share their real life stories and experts to debunk myths.
If you wear cotton supporter, and they be a pampers and a benwa or bosom.
Hey.
So you see, instead of it being raw egg, I done it because you know.
Make a date with us every Sunday at 4 p.m. on Channel 1 TV. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube and all social media platforms at Health Quarters Ghana.
In a nation full of questions, where truth often hides behind noise, one show dares to ask what truly matters face to face. With fearless clarity and a quest for accountability, host Umaru Amadou sits down with the movers and shakers of politics, governance, society, and business, confronting the issues that define our national conversation.
Yes, I am Umaru Amadou. This is Face to Face, and you're welcome.
I say very often on the floor of Parliament that when we were in government, we got some things right, we got some things wrong.
Are you still planning to go to Parliament, or you want to look at National Party office position?
No, I'll be going back to Parliament. There's an unfinished business which I need to do.
Sports has 3 legs: development, management, and promotion.
Disintegration is extreme. We do not wish that even on your worst enemy.
Every Tuesday at 9 p.m., join Umaru Amadou on Face to Face as he digs deeper, challenges power, and reveals the stories shaping Ghana's future. Only on Channel One TV.
You're welcome back. This is Breakfast Daily Weekend right here on Channel One TV with me, Inusofu. We're doing sports now, and Yao Ejay Minta has joined us in studio. How are you doing, Yao?
I'm doing very well, I'm doing very well. How are you doing?
Great. I'm doing well. How's the AFCON going?
Oh, yeah, it's going very well. 2 teams have already made it to the semi-final stage, and that is Senegal and Morocco. And later today, we'll have 2 other teams or 2 other nations also join them to complete the set. Yesterday's game, we had Senegal beating Mali by a goal to 0. No surprise there. But the bigger game of the night, that one had Morocco, the host nation, taking on Cameroon. And Morocco ended up beating Cameroon by 2 goals to 0. And there was a lot of controversy about the officiating regarding that particular game.
Yeah, I heard it was a controversial game.
Yeah, that was a very controversial game, and it had a lot of controversies in the sense that Cameroon felt a little bit aggrieved looking at how some of the decisions went, and they registered their displeasure. And yeah, because at the end of the day, the controversy stems from, number one, the fact that the referee who officiated that particular game wasn't supposed to officiate that particular game. Originally, it was an Egyptian who was supposed to officiate the game. That's Amer Mohamed Omar.
Right.
And then Morocco protested.
Why?
Because there are lingering tensions between Morocco and Egypt.
So they assume that it will be brought onto the pitch?
More or less. And so they protested it. And CAF, they obliged. And then they changed the referee. And then, so the referee who officiated that game, that's Dahani Baida, he wasn't supposed to officiate the game. He wasn't supposed to officiate the game. It was, I believe, on Thursday that the change was made.
So
and he's from Mauritania. He's from Mauritania. And yeah, the changes meant that Cameroon went into that game already suspicious of the way the officiating would go. So that's the whole background to the build-up to the game. And then he went on the pitch, and some of his calls were a bit dodgy, a bit iffy. And so once you have that background brewing, and you go on the pitch, and you have some of those calls going against you, yeah, definitely, it will very likely throw you off
So
your
in your
game.
opinion, Cameroon were right to feel...
I mean, it's football, so some decisions will go your way, some decisions won't go your way.
But don't you feel like you already coming into the game with suspicions kind of affected their play?
I think it affected their play, but generally, looking at the game in totality, I mean, Morocco deserved the win because, yeah, they were very dominant. They dominated the football. I was a bit surprised by the starting unit of Morocco. They didn't have any natural defensive midfielder in the starting lineup. It was all central midfielders who are creative with the ball, who are what we call ball jugglers. And funny enough, it worked because they just pinned Cameroon in their own half, and just created chance after chance after chance. And eventually, they ended up beating Cameroon by 2-0. But yeah, the officiating will take the headlines. And yeah, Cameroon had a legitimate shout for a penalty. Manchester United's Brian Mbeumo got fouled in the penalty box. And the referee, he ignored it. And then VAR also didn't prompt him to move over to the machine and check it out for himself, and whether to determine if it was a penalty or not. And so that made people question whether, yes, indeed, the officiating was on point. And to the extent that people even accused Morocco of getting favors from the referee, and so their win wasn't necessarily earned. In the post-game presser, their head coach, Walid Regragui, he came out and he said, they earned their win on the pitch, and they weren't given any favors by the referee. And so, yeah, a little bit back and forth. Yeah, Carlos Baleba of Brighton Hove Albion, he said, yes, if that penalty had been given, it would have changed the circumstances of the game. Even though Cameroon were trailing by 2-0 at that point in time. Yeah, if they had been given a penalty, let's say they had converted it 2-1 with about 10 minutes left, they could have done something with that particular game. So that's the lowdown on what happened in that game between Morocco and Cameroon. Morocco ended up beating Cameroon by 2-0. Senegal and a straightforward win over Mali. It should have been more than a goal.
It was a routine win. I saw Ndiaye's goal, and I'm like, come on.
It was a routine win. Senegal didn't have to step to the next level. They just went through the motions. They got the win, and that was all she wrote. But tonight, and last night's game, honestly, I saw them as straightforward wins for the favorites. But today's game, those ones you cannot have straightforward wins. They are very tricky ties. I mean, the first one, Nigeria, Algeria, very super tie.
But on paper, Nigeria seemed to have the upper hand.
Oh, right? Yeah, on paper. Yeah, easy. I mean, on paper, yes, they have the upper hand because you look at the depth that they have, the quality that they have. Okay. You have guys like Chukwueze, who plays for Fulham, he's on the bench.
Ademola
Lookman in there. You have a guy like Chidera Ejuke. Ejuke plays for Sevilla. He's on the bench. Akko Adams is on the bench. He once in a while he comes in. Once they alter the starting unit, and so
it's Moses Simon in the team.
Moses Simon is in the team, and he even addressed that whole issue of Victor Osimhen and Ademola Lookman, their clash on the pitch, and he said, like, yes, there are no best individuals, and the best thing in this Nigeria team is the team itself and not individuals. And so Nigeria, everything is going well for them. Then some way, somehow, some level of implosion comes in the sense that you've played 4 games, you are the top scoring team in the AFCON, you scored 12 goals, then that Victor Osimhen and Ademola Lookman clash happens. Then on top of that, there is that bit of the unpaid bonuses. So you just ask yourself, when is Nigeria going to go through a campaign without any form of controversy? You just ask yourself, why does it happen every time that Nigeria is in a competition? You are bound to have a situation where there is controversy over unpaid bonuses. Just last year, in the lead up to the World Cup qualifiers, the playoffs, it happened. They boycotted training. Then they scrambled around, got them the money and sorted it out. Eventually, they lost to DR Congo. Now, this has also happened. In the lead up to a big game against Algeria, you have issues over unpaid bonuses, which is a big shame. But I still tip them to be able to beat Algeria because for world peace. Because if Algeria end up beating Nigeria, they'll meet Morocco in the semi-final. And Morocco and Algeria is even worse. Their beef is even worse than Morocco and
rivalry.
Egypt.
You know, if you say beef, it's like
no, it's a beef
they are fighting. You know, it's like it's rivalry. You know,
it's beef because of
Western Ghana-Nigeria beef.
No, it goes beyond Ghana-Nigeria beef because of Western Sahara. You know, Western Sahara, that territory that is close to Morocco. Morocco claims it. And the UN recently ruled that it is a territory that belongs to Morocco. But before the UN ruled that it's a territory that belongs to Morocco, Algeria were supporting forces who were fighting against the Moroccan government.
So there are geopolitical tensions.
Yes, geopolitical tension. I don't know if you've heard of it. The Polisario, they are a rebel group that are based in Western Sahara, and they are fighting for the independence of Western Sahara so that they wouldn't be viewed as a territory of Morocco. Yes, and they view that country or that territory as Sahrawi Arab Republic. That's how they view it, and not Western Sahara as Morocco view it. So it goes beyond the football beef. For them, their beef is not Ghana, Niger, or Jollof war. No. Their beef is legit.
It's political.
Political, and it's gone on for years, several decades.
But this won't be the first time.
So I'm praying that game for Nigeria should win, should beat Algeria, because if Morocco ends up meeting Algeria, nah, I don't want to think about.
But sometimes football has a way. Sometimes football has a way. It calms the tensions when it comes to some of these things.
Yeah, I mean,
remember the 2001 of the AFCONs, probably 2006. Cote d'Ivoire was on the brink of a civil war.
Yeah.
Drogba rallied the team together,
and they qualified to the World Cup.
Exactly,
yeah, it helped out. And so we'll see how things go with that particular one.
But I want Nigeria to win anyway.
Yeah, and aside that game, there is Egypt and Cote d'Ivoire. Yeah, I'm tipping Nigeria to win that particular game. There's also Egypt and Cote d'Ivoire. Cote d'Ivoire, the defending champions, going up against Mo Saleh's Egypt. And so that should be another interesting one. I'm picking Cote d'Ivoire to win that particular game.
Did any of the teams you mentioned at the start of the AFCON, are they still in the competition?
Two have been eliminated. Okay. Unfortunately, they ended up on the very competitive side of the brackets of the
group
draw.
Stages.
Yeah. And DR Congo ended up losing to Algeria. We saw that infamous goal that was scored in the final minutes of extra time. Then Cameroon ended up beating South Africa, surprisingly. And so, yeah, that was one of the big shocks in the round of 16 stage. So my picks, DR Congo and South Africa eliminated. It's just left with Senegal. Okay. And Senegal, looking at the fact that they will be playing against Cote d'Ivoire, the winner of the Cote d'Ivoire-Egypt game, yeah, I tip Senegal to go to the final. And so, yeah, we're done with the AFCON, and now to the biggest Don't Call Me, the biggest news in Ghana, in Africa.
In
England, Antoine Semenyo has joined Manchester City officially for £64 million. Oof. £64 million.
Did you Don't Call Me the move?
Oh, yes, I did. I actually wrote an article on it, projecting how Antoine Semenyo will fit into the Manchester City team on Boxing Day last year. It's a very good move. A lot of people have a lot of doubts about the move. But I think it's a very good move because on a personal level, he'll be getting coached by Pep Guardiola. On a personal level, I mean, the money will be good. On a personal level, he'll be playing the Champions League. And yeah, it wouldn't mean much to a lot of players. But for a guy like Antoine Semenyo, it is a big deal because he's been through the trenches. This is a guy who played on loan at Millwall, Newport County, Bath City, Sunderland.
He started at Bath City. So
Bath City, Newport County,
and to be fair, he was like
Sunderland.
15 at Bath.
And he had been rejected by Arsenal, Tottenham Hotspur.
Wow.
And before he finally made his mark at Bristol City.
Okay.
He played there for a year and a half. Then he moved over to AFC Bournemouth. 2 years in, he's now at Manchester City.
Does he walk into the City starting 11?
Does he walk into the City starting 11? I mean, with the exception of Erling Haaland and Donnarumma, does anyone walk into the City starting 11?
She's going to start from the bench?
I think Bernardo Silva does.
He doesn't. Because
I think Rodri does. I think Guardiola, if he's fit, does. Quite a number of players actually do.
Pep Guardiola, with the way he builds his team, it's about the system. And he beats down the overall attributes of the player in order to fit the system. And so, with the exception of Lionel Messi, with the exception of Kevin De Bruyne, with the exception of Erling Haaland, and with the exception of Donnarumma, he doesn't build his team around players. It is his system.
Does he get enough game time?
Oh, yeah, he gets enough game time. And I was getting to that point because you look at the wingers that they have. Pep Guardiola, after they signed Antoine Semenyo, he granted an interview and he made mention of the wingers that they have. He didn't include Phil Foden. He didn't include Ryan Cherki. the wingers that he mentioned were just 3: Jeremy Doku, Savinho, and Oscar Bob. And so if you have 3 wingers and Antoine Semenyo joins and it makes it 4, I mean, there's a clear part to play, because at the end of the day, Oscar Bob is injured at this point in time, and he's linked to a move to Borussia Dortmund anyway. Savinho doesn't get quite a lot of playing time because of his poor start to life in Manchester City. Then you have Jeremy Doku, who's also of Ghanaian descent. Omar Mamouche. Mamouche is more of a striker, and so he's likely to be paired up top with Erling Haaland. And then you have Phil Foden and Ryan Cherki. They'll be played through the middle, behind those guys. So they are likely to be battling for that spot behind Erling Haaland, with Antoine Semenyo battling for spot on the wings. Luckily for Antoine Semenyo, he's ambipedal. He can play right foot, left foot.
Crazy
so he's comfortable on either side of the wing. And so, yeah, his chances of playing in the Manchester City team consistently are quite high. You won't see him constantly. Ghanaians should know this. He won't be constantly played in the games for Manchester City.
I think if he works hard, he could.
Because Pep Guardiola
prefers the system.
He rotates his squad, and it's all about the system. Erling Haaland plays because he's the only striker that they have.
Well,
they don't have other strikers? You sure about that?
I mean, the other strikers.
But he can play as a 9, right?
He can play as a 9, as a false 9. But Erling Haaland is the only one who is a throwback, old school, traditional striker.
Center forward.
Center forward. The others are like more or less false 9, makeshift 9, like Omar Mamouche, like Antoine Semenyo.
That's the number 42, which was previously worn by Yaya Toure.
Yes.
Put any pressure on him?
Oh, I don't think so. It's not like a number 10 at Barcelona, like Messi, the kind of pressure that was put on Ansu Fati, for instance. Once you wear the number 10 at Barcelona,
soon.
Yeah, soon. I mean, this is a jersey that was worn by Rivaldo. This was a jersey that was worn by Ronaldinho. You can't wear the number 10 at Barcelona and not feel the pressure. You feel pressure, but Yaya Toure, number 42, yes, he's a legend, but it's not as big as, let's say, wearing a number or being handed the number 10 jersey at FC Barcelona. No, it's not
7 or a 7 at United.
Or a 7 at Manchester United. I mean, this is a jersey that was worn by David Beckham, by the likes of
Ronaldo,
George Best, Cristiano Ronaldo.
Cantona did, right?
Cantona too. And so there are differences, but this one is not on the same level. So
I think we all just wish Semenyo well. I think that it's a moment of national pride.
Oh yes, it is.
And his story is a reminder of the fact that hard work pays.
Yes, it is.
By the way, the ladies are saying that when you marry, good things come to you.
Oh yeah, he got married last year. He proposed to his longtime girlfriend.
Yeah.
And on top of that, he got baptized, and he has always been preaching about about his faith, about his Christian faith, and how it kept him up when he was at his low point. I mean, getting moved all over the place, playing on loan. I mean, if you are playing at Bath City, Newport County, Charlie,
and now you're playing for arguably the biggest team in England.
And now you're playing for Manchester City.
Wow.
And it happened within 3 years, just 3 years. 3 years ago, he was playing at Bristol City in the EFL Championship.
Wow.
And just 3 years later, he's playing for Manchester City. I mean,
are you guys on radio today?
Yeah, we're on radio today, Republic of Football, 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Join us, we'll give you the breakdown. And we'll give you the commentary and the analysis on that game between Egypt and Cote d'Ivoire. And so, yeah, we get to enjoy the full package.
A message here says, Charlie, your sports guy has deets. I love it. So,
yeah. No, it's solid. Thank you. I learned something new today around the Algeria-Egypt geopolitical tensions.
So major issues.
Always a pleasure having you.
Oh, thank you very much. Oh, Mr. Duncan.
Oh, Charlie.
Oh, Mr. Duncan.
Charlie.
Oh, speaking of level of being elevated. elevated.
And on that note,
So we're expecting good things for Jude.
On that note, we end what has been an exciting show. Thank you so much for joining. We are grateful for your messages, your comments, and your contributions. Catch you same time tomorrow.
Tomorrow, bright and early, 7 a.m. Bye.
Bye.